Hi there guys, and welcome to HADO 9's. So we're just getting a final bit of briefing done on court for the teams before we move into our opening games. We have 7 teams competing today. They're going to be running against each other in a huge big round robin pool, so loads of gameplay coming through over the next couple of hours, and hopefully some really nice good play from these teams to go through. So for those who've been watching HADO regularly with us, obviously you see we run sort of different levels of matches. So we have locals and regional matches, but then also we have our sort of like our top 8, like our Premiership level. And then below that we have what we're running today, which is the HADO 9's, which is for those non-Premiership teams who are trying to earn enough ranking points to break their way up and into that Premiership category for themselves over the rest of the season. So we've got some really good teams here, and they're the match results here really matter to try and break their way up and through for that progression into the league tournaments and things that we run for the Premiership teams. So today our opening match is Techno and not Techno. Devourers and Agents of HADO. Devourers on red, Agents of HADO on blue. Obviously all the teams here today, depending on how they do, can really help them on their ranking points. Agents of HADO and Techno are the 2 teams though that if they place high enough today will get themselves up into that Premiership category, into that top 8 in time for the league tournaments next weekend. So they're both playing. For them this obviously really matters for moving this forwards, but for all the teams obviously this is a real good chance to move themselves up in the rankings, really get themselves up into a sort of an attacking position for promotion up to the Premiership level. Now our first 2 teams are just getting ready on court now, so we'll be moving across to them nice and quickly. In fact, let's go look at them. They're far better to watch than I am. Here we go. So, as I said, we have Devourers on red, Agents of HADO on blue. Devourers are a relatively young team. Played a couple of tournaments so far, but really just starting to sort of find their feet in the sport. Agents of HADO have got a reasonable amount of experience and tournaments under the belts. Put out some really nice sort of shock results in some of their previous tournaments. And they're one of our 2 teams today who are in with a chance of promotion into the top 8. I believe they need to win today to get into the top 8. I believe the same is true for Techno, only because they're actually getting each other's way on the promotion point score. So if either of those take top place today, then they'll be competing next week in the HADO leagues. So this open match is going to give us a good idea as to what kind of form Agents of HADO are on. She said their opponents, Devourers, quite a young team, but they've been putting a lot of training in recently. So we'll see how that pays off for them. Yeah, and it looks like we're nearly there. Just getting a couple of stat questions and tech questions sorted out just before we get the match on. Okay guys, so just getting last couple of elements sorted out for the players, and we're getting this opening match up and running very soon. So for those who haven't really tuned in HADO before, or hopefully we've got some new, it's always nice to have some new people watching, and a reminder for those that have, obviously each player has a target mark in front of them, that 2-foot diameter circle made of 4 segments. That's what the opposing team are trying to destroy. If you hit dead center, you can destroy the whole thing. Otherwise, you just take out the sections that you hit. Get rid of the whole thing, either piecemeal or in one go, and your team earns 1 point, and the opposing player is out of game for 1 second. After that, they're back in on full life. The match lasts 80 seconds, so the most points scored in that 80-second period takes the match. Players can also raise temporary shields for defense. So let's see where we're going. So we've got heavy shields on the Devourer side, and a good mix of attacking builds on the Agents of HADO team. Early shields up from Devourers there. Both teams trying to find their initial position. First point on the board there for Agents of HADO. It's a nice low play from Tavares there, but staying stuck at ground level for a little while. 3 points up currently for Agents of HADO. 4 points up now. Tavares looking at their first score. A little bit static in the movement at the moment. Good heavy shielding on the left side. Lots of coaching advice being shouted there from the sidelines. First point on the board there for Tavares. Agents had it with a commanding lead coming to the final 30 seconds now. 6 points up. Agents had it looking really strong at this point. 20 seconds remaining. Tavares now with 2 points on the board, but a really commanding lead here for Agents of HADO. So Tavares very much the less experienced of these two teams, so not an unexpected result, but good performance from them nonetheless. Good use of their shields, fighting right down to the end. So I think lots for Tavares to learn from that, but not a result to be ashamed of at all. And great performance from Agents of HADO. Looks like they're definitely on form for today's match, and they're going to be contending for that #1 spot as we move forwards. So next up we have Techno and Cosmic Storm. So Techno on red, Cosmic Storm on blue. Again, Techno are our other sort of top seed team today in the HADO 9's category, alongside Agents of HADO. Their initial opponents, again, are relatively inexperienced in comparison, but are certainly capable of, or hopefully going to be capable of putting up a good match for Techno here. So we'll see how this plays through and goes. So players now just making their way onto pitch during the changeover, and we have the next game up and running very soon. So as I said, Techno, one of our two teams today with a chance of breaking through off today's result alone up into that top 8. So we're going to be looking to see how they're performing today against these other squads. So their initial opponents, Cosmic Storm, again a relatively young team. So we definitely put the expectation for victory here more on Techno than Cosmic Storm. But they should give us a nice feel for what kind of form Techno are in for today's tournament. Obviously, with already our two top seed teams for today, Techno and Agents of HADO, there are plenty of teams here that could cause an upset against either of them. But their clash is obviously going to be quite significant to the outcome today, and that's going to be sort of midway through the tournament, just past the halfway mark when those two teams are scheduled to meet each other. But for the moment, we've got Techno on the red, Cosmic Storm on blue. Let's get a feel for how these two teams are performing today. Heavy shields both sides. 2 assassins on red. We've got an assassin and a technician on blue. So let's see. So blue theoretically have got the edge there. They've got a greater capacity to get rid of shields. So let's see if they can use that and punch their way through the Team Techno shields. Shields going up from Techno, but not a lot of firepower coming out of them. They've got low charge rates across the board. So that is going to give some level of problem here with shields, but they have got the first point. So first point on the board to Techno, second point to Techno. Got a nice angled shot there going in behind the blue team shields. Blue team really need to go to move, get themselves out of that back wall position. Third point on the board now for Techno. Cosmic Storm still looking for that first point. 30 seconds to play. 4 points currently up for Techno. All of Techno's shields are now gone. 5 points up for Techno, 6 points up for Techno. Cosmic Storm really struggling to land a hit here. $7-0 to Techno there. Cosmic Storm, I mean, the shield placement wasn't too bad. Taking down the actual impacts into Team Techno's shields to clear the way was pretty good. Unfortunately, just not able to land those hits. And player 1 on Techno there, 85% accuracy. Absolutely on fire there with that. 5 KOs and 85% accuracy. Just unfortunately, that charge 5 player on the Cosmic Storm side for only getting 40 shots out there, which is unfortunate. That was a very, very low fire rate for them. So would have been a lot. Would hope to get an awful lot more shots out on that charge rate speed. I think that's it. That low level of shooting took a great deal of pressure off Techno, allowing them to really just quite clearly dominate that opening game. So, great performance there from Techno, showing they're definitely on form today. Cosmic Storm, some nice elements in the gameplay there, but obviously a lot still to work on for the team as they move forwards. Okay, the next two teams are now taking the pitch. So we have Warp Star and... Sorry? Triple Threat. Warp Star on red, Triple Threat on blue. So both of these very capable teams. So a lot closer balanced in their experience, the training, number of matches, and also results we've seen to date from them from different tournaments. So hopefully, those first couple of opening matches, a bit of disparity between the relevant experience and ability levels of the teams taking part. Should see a much closer competition in this match. Hi Aris, it's going well. We also got shields on blue team, firepower, just pure firepower from red. First point on the board there for blue. Nice central shield position, making life a lot difficult for the reds. Cleared that shield out nicely though. Second point on the board for blue. Reds on the board now as well. 1 point to 2. As expected, much closer gameplay straight off the bat from these two teams. 2 points apiece. Second shield up from blue now. Warp Star on reds, just edging ahead though by points to come up on the halfway mark. Triple Threat looking to even that scoreline, but Warp Star opening it to 2 points now. Triple Threat really looking for that, get another, at least one if not 2 more points, try and pull this back up. Double shielding position on the front line, helping them add a lot of pressure there onto Warp Star. But Warp Star still holding on to that 2 point lead. 15 seconds remaining. Warp Star opening to a 3 point lead. Massive amount of work for Triple Threat to do in the final 10 seconds. 2 points needed. 3 points needed still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7-4 to Warp Star. Great play from both sides there, but Warp Star managed to keep that constant firepower pressure up. The Triple Threat shield positions were good, but they just didn't manage to capitalise on them enough. Unfortunately, their assassin just not able to really manage to land those hits and get to a good solid position, despite the work of their defenders getting their shields up nicely. So blue 4 there, charge rate 3, only 15 shots fired. Blue 6 on charge rate 2 can fire significantly more. So again, it's a high charge rate stat being used, but not enough shots being fired for it. So really good play though there from both teams. Nice work, really good work from Warpstar. Triple threat, just unfortunately not managed to get enough shots out, putting enough pressure on Warpstar there, and not really capitalising on those shields that they invested in. Warpstar just holding it nicely all the way through. Good calm gameplay, cutting the way through the triple threat shields and landing those good clean hits on a nice consistent basis all the way through. So excellent play from them. Moving now into game 4, and this is Titans on red, and this is I believe the second match for Devourers on blue. Just coming up onto pitch now. Okay, so our team's just finished getting their login sorted out. So this is Titans on red, so their opening match of the tournament, and Devourers on blue, so their second game. Okay, so firepower including high charge rate coming out from Titans, shields from Devourers. So stats wise you would say Titans have probably got the edge here. A lot split into defensive and counter-defensive play there on their stats from Devourers, but first point on the board for Devourers against Titans. One point apiece, 30 seconds played, 50 to go. Real nice tight gameplay for both sides. 2 points apiece there, simultaneous point scores. Now, I think the shields are really going to be the critical factor here. It's where the Devourers can actually use those shields to earn themselves some points, and how rapidly Titans can cut the way through them. Devourers up by a point here. 4 points apiece now. 20 seconds on the clock still. Couple of heavy duty shields still left for Devourers. Titans up by 2 points now, managed to take the shielder out. Unfortunately, she's a little bit static in the centre there. 3 point lead for Titans, 3 seconds remaining. Great fight back there from Devourers. Unfortunately, their shielder, I think, got a bit of rabbit in headlights moment there. Ended up quite static in the centre, just catching crossfire and unable to raise those shields. That's just a bit of match experience. It's all they need at the moment. Overall play really nice. The team really cycling around well together, and good performance against Titans, who are a much more experienced team. But great, really good performance there from Devourers. Lots there to be proud of. But a nice clean win there for Titans overall, 8 points to 6. So next up it's Agents of HADO and Cosmic Storm. Now, Agents of HADO, the more experienced of those two teams that are going to be coming up onto court.
Yeah, but ours is second class, so they're going to be tied.
So there's plenty of teams here who've got capacity to generate upsets and a bit of chaos. So definitely nothing that's already set in stone in terms of how these matches are going to play out. So we saw there's some really nice gameplay between Titans and Devourers. Really even up until that last like 15-20 seconds. And unfortunately the Devourers shielder, so they've got, I think, a little bit sort of rubbing heads at this moment, got caught quite central on the court, and was trying to get fixated on trying to get the shield up rather than get himself to a safe position to charge shield in the first place. And Titans obviously caught onto that, and we're catching him nicely in those shots and crossfires, keeping him locked out, earning points, and also preventing those shields being raised for the Devourers to get them back into a good point scoring position. Nonetheless, great little fight back from Devourers at the end. They're closing that point score lead that Titans had. Just unfortunately, it was a bit too little, too late because of those slight issues they had with their shielder there. But that really is just match experience. A few more matches, a few more tournaments, and that's going to be gone entirely from them. In which case, we're going to probably see a very different set of results as they move forward. So look forward to sort of following them obviously tournament as they grow and see where that team can get to. So, pop ourselves back to courtside. So, Agents HADO on the red, Cosmic Storm on blue. So, as I said, Agents HADO one of the top seed teams for today, but there's plenty of teams here capable of causing upset for both them and for Techno.
Turn around for 1 second and change the games.
Whenever you're ready, mate.
I'm just waiting until the intro because they've got one over.
Okay. Just waiting for the last red players to get themselves logged and good to go. Here we go. So we have shields from HADO on the red side. Early shields and Cosmic Storm there, just to try and break up the flow of play. Nicely done, and earn them a point in the process. HADO fighting straight back now, 1 point apiece. As you said, although we've got 2 top seed teams here today, the opposing teams are most certainly capable of giving them a good fight and potentially causing some significant upsets as well. 1 point apiece as we approach the halfway mark. Excellent play here from Cosmic Storm. HADO chipping away at those life markers, just not finally managed to get a second point on the board. There's only 1 point between the two teams at this point. Cosmic Storm striking back again, 2 points apiece. Great work from them. HADO edging again, just by that 1 point, 2 points now, 20 seconds remaining. Can they get another point in there and really start to open up some space between them and Cosmic Storm? Or Cosmic Storm's going to start shutting this down again. 3 points in it now, 10 seconds. Great play from both teams there, but a really controlling final quarter there from HADO, pushing the match out of reach of Cosmic Storm, finishing 6-2. But first half of that match, first three quarters, two teams are absolutely neck and neck. And took a real sort of burst of energy and a lot of effort there from HADO to move themselves clear of Cosmic Storm. So absolute kudos to Cosmic Storm there for being able to put that level of pressure on HADO, and a good well-deserved win there from HADO with that great bit of work there in the final quarter of the game. So really nice match here. As I said, there's lots of teams here capable of causing upsets with the 2 top seeds, which is really nice to see. It means it's a very good competitive gameplay as we work through. So we have Techno taking the court now on the red side and Warpstar on the blue. Just coming in. So again, this is a really good high pressure match. Again, so Techno alongside HADO as today's top seeds. Warpstar though certainly capable of putting pressure on them, really making them work for this, potentially even causing an upset. So let's see how they go. Just remember, for both Techno and HADO are capable of today's results of breaking through into the top 8, but they have to win in order to do it. So they've got to take the top place in order to get there. Right, let's move ourselves back to court. So here we go. Techno red, Warpstar blue. Heavy shields from Techno, plenty of chart, and got a technician in place from Warpstar. Just slight error on that first shield there from Techno, but they've got it up now. Warpstar really needs to focus on that shield, get rid of it. First point on the board for Warpstar. Second shield up for Techno now. Heavy firing position there in that front corner. Warpstar really need to get those shields gone. Techno managed to capitalise on those shields being left in play for too long, earning themselves 3 points now to Warpstars 2. 4 points to 2 now. Going for the halfway mark. Techno with a 2-point lead. Also just allowing those Techno shields to stay in play for too long. Really need to get those shields focused down, otherwise Techno are going to keep controlling this match. 30 seconds remaining, 1 point in it now. That's all of the Techno shields burned through now. Warpstar pull it back to level now. 20 seconds remaining, 5 points apiece. 5 points apiece, 1 point lead now. 6-5 for Warpstar. Going to the final 5 seconds. 2 point lead now for Warpstar. Techno really under pressure here. Pulling about 1 point in it. Can they pull it? No. Warpstar take it. 7 points to 6. It's our first upset of the day. That's one of our 2 top seeds defeated. Warpstar managing to take the game there, 7-6. Red 2 there on Techno, doing a great job for their team, trying to pull that score and actually getting the highest and most KOs. But the overall performance there from Warpstar on the blue side, just too much for Techno to go against there. Really good play from both sides there. Obviously, that doesn't mean that Techno are out of the running for promotion. It's just they've got a much harder path to get there now than they did have 80 seconds ago. So, really great game there. Very good play from both sides. Techno getting those shields up nice and cleanly, holding that front position where it was a firing point, just not managing to capitalise on it enough, unfortunately. But contrary to that, Warpstar doing an okay job, but they could have done a much better job of cutting their way through those shields and really pushing ahead with what they were with that game. Absolutely down to the wire though. Great finish there from Techno to try and fight back, but very well deserved win to Warpstar overall. So moving now onto court, we have Titans coming in on the blue side and triple threat, I believe, on red. Yep, so triple threat on red and Titans on blue. So 2 fairly well-matched teams here again, so very difficult to predict how this one will go. Both teams capable of taking the win. Just waiting for our final players to get themselves logged in and get this match underway. Just waiting for a couple of slight technical issues to be sorted out on player headsets, and we'll be getting this game underway. So triple threat on the red side. Titans on blue, so Titans are all logged and ready to go. Definite tracking issue there on one of the red players though. Red marker. There you go, down there. So tracking issues have been resolved and we'll get the game underway. Here we go, so 4 point shields on the red side, firepower only on blue. How rapidly can Titans punch their way through those shields? That's going to be the real controlling factor for today. Very fast, good focus fire, cutting their way through that shield there from triple threat. First point on the board to Titans. Second point for Titans, another shield up. Triple threat just not able to capitalise on these shields at all. Titans doing a fantastic job of focus firing and cutting straight through them. 3-1 currently leads the blue side, Titans. Triple threat really under pressure here and being pushed back. Good fight back starting to come from triple threat now. Close that gap down to a single point. 30 seconds to go, 4 points apiece now. Triple threat got one shield left in the bank. Titans pulling ahead again by a single point. 2 points now to Titans. Triple threat really on the back foot here. Fighting back with everything up. It's the final triple threat shield gone up now. They've got to try and they've got to earn a point off these shields, and they've done it. 6 points apiece. 10 seconds to go. It is just straight move and shoot here. 5 seconds. Are we going to overtime? Triple threat get it. 7-6. Triple threat take it. 7 points to 6. That was so close. Titans have been in control of that match for so long, but those final 15 seconds, Triple threat just managing to flip it, getting those 2 points they desperately needed, and Titans unable to land a point scoring hit just in that final quarter. But amazing gameplay from both sides there.
Then Joshua, Alex are doing really well. Either way, it's going to be a good game.
Okay, Devourers versus Cosmic Storm next. Devourers red, Cosmic Storm blue. What we're seeing how those teams playing today. I expect this to be a very close match. So definitely not able to predict where this one's going to go. So great gameplay there from both sides. Titans absolutely on form. Those last 15 seconds, just not able to get that additional hit and triple threat land those last 2 points to flip that whole scoreline round. That it looked like the whole thing was going to go to overtime. And that last sort of hit landed in. I think it was about 1 or 2 seconds left on the clock by triple threat. Just managed to flip the match result and take the win there. So really great gameplay from both sides there. Nothing really between those two teams. Both teams playing well, both using their individual tactics well, and that was just happened to be those dying few seconds happened to just go triple threat's way, but so easily could have been either team's game. So next up we have Devourers on red, Cosmic Storm on blue. So from what we've seen in their gameplay so far today, these are two pretty evenly matched teams. So should be a really good game in how they play. I'm interested to see what tactics they choose to go with. So we're seeing quite a lot of shield play coming through in today's matches, but also some really good technician work. So high charge rate play for punching through those shields as they've gone. So just waiting for the players to finish their login so we can get this game underway. So we've got all our blue players registered now. Straight firepower both sides here. So expecting a lot of move and shoot. Never ever forget the undervalue those level 1 shields though. They can be really handy, both in the opening few seconds, just breaking up the initial attack of the opposition, and in the end and the closing few seconds for denying the opportunity for the team to fight back. 3 points up for blue team here. Great score point off the get-go for them. Devourers on red with a lot of work to do here. They've got to stop this blue team momentum and get themselves back in the game as fast as they can. 5.6 points. Red team really on the ropes here. Desperately looking for that first point score. Shield position up on the front corner. Nice position on it, but is only a level 1. Might be enough to just give them edge. Clipped away some markers there, but still not managing to finish off the blue player. 7 points up now for blue. Red to the first score there. 20 seconds remaining. Dominating lead though from blue side. 2nd point in for the red team. Red's really getting pushed back here. Expect a lot of expectations to be a much closer game. but phenomenally aggressively, very, very aggressive attacking platform from Blues that just held the Reds on the back foot for the entire time, just not giving them any breathing space at all. Absolutely controlling play from the blue sides, from the blue team. Really, really good match from them. Unfortunately, Devour is just put on the back foot off the get-go there and just not able to get back into that game at all. So really, really good control from Blues there. So next up we have Agents of HADO on red, Warp Star on blue. So obviously, just like Techno, Agents of HADO, one of our two top seeds. Warp Star definitely caused some chaos there with the victory against Techno. Are they going to be able to do the same against Agents of HADO? That can happen. It's going to really, really open up this whole tournament for potential winners. And obviously, Warp Star will be positioning themselves really, really well for actually taking this whole tournament if they can take out Agents of HADO here. So huge amount to play for both teams. Agents of HADO, if they take this, they're still in position to try and take that clean sweep and move themselves up into the top 8. Warp Star though could be definitely up with a giant killer mantle here off the back of this one, and move themselves actually up into that top position for today's tournament. So a huge amount to play for in this game, and I've still got the Agents of HADO Techno match to come. Yep, looks like we've got all our players logged in, so all our blue players are ready to go on Warp Star side. Just getting our final players on the red team logged and ready. Here we go, so straight firepower both sides. For a whole load of move and shoot here. Good evasion work, some nice aggression coming up on centre field there from Agents of HADO. Warp Star still holding on the back line, but great evasion work from first points to both teams there. 20 seconds in. Second point up to Warp Star, immediate answer there from Agents of HADO. Very, very close play between these two teams. Approaching the halfway mark. Absolute neck and neck, 2 points apiece. Both teams just clipping away at those markers. Warp Star managed to land that hit though, taking it 3 points to 2. Agents of HADO fighting straight back. Flip the score right now, 4-3. Agents of HADO holding on to a single point lead here. Warp Star need to get that, land another hit, pull this back to even. 20 seconds remaining now. And they've done it, 20 seconds left. Both teams simultaneous scores again, 5-4. This one's going absolutely down to the wire again. 5 seconds, 5 points apiece. Score in there for Agents of HADO. Is that going to be enough? It is. Agents of HADO taking 6 points to 5 against Warp Star. So Warp Star unable to cause another upset there, but incredibly close gameplay from both sides. Really, really good on their evasion, shooting accuracy. So top play from both sides there. And another win under the belt there for Agents of HADO. Means their next big challenge for them is going to be their face-off against Techno. If Techno can win against Agents of HADO, that would put them both to potentially 5-game match wins rather than obviously 6 match wins. You get on a clean sweep, and that would bring it down then to point score difference. But obviously at the moment, Warp Star are performing brilliantly as well. So they could also be in that same 5-match category there. So we could be going down to a point score difference for first, second, and third place on the way things are currently looking. But plenty of games to go yet, and plenty of upsets still that could be caused by our various teams. So, it's really, really nice gameplay coming through. So coming up now on court, we have Titans on red and Techno on blue. Titans had some good games so far. Obviously, Techno been generally playing really well. Had that one upset with Warpstar, which again wasn't anything wrong with the Techno play. Just Warpstar were absolutely on point during that match against them. Let's see what Titans can do. So Titans have played a bit of face against Techno several times before, with Techno generally having the edge over Titans. So you would expect probably this to be in favour of Techno, but Titans are most certainly capable of causing upsets when they get the teamwork working properly and really get their heads into the gameplay. Let's get back to courtside.
Just so I know which games you like.
Yes, anything that's got something in has got like cell coding, but any other one cells, you can do whatever you want.
So at this stage, it's only Devourers looking for a match win. Every team has currently got at least one match win at this stage, so really, really close field. So nothing really to work with between the teams, and Devourers still with plenty of opportunity to get their first match win under their belt as well.
What do I say to this? Do I just say we are based in Coventry and you can find us online?
Contact us at UK HADO. So either www.ukhado.com or email us at info@ukhado.com for more information. Hi Thomas, depending on where you're based, there's a number of HADO locations across the UK. These matches are currently coming to you from HADO Coventry, but there is also locations in, or courts in Brighton, Maidenhead, Barnsley and Newcastle. And hopefully more locations opening very soon. But here we go, got a match on. So, we have Techno on red, Titans on red, Techno on blue. First point on the board there for Titans. Great work from them. Said these two teams have met each other multiple times before. Techno always coming away as the winners previously. Techno's starting back now, flipping that back, but Titans straight away pulling that scoreline back, 3 points apiece. Four, 3, 4 all. Great gameplay from both sides. Coming up on the halfway mark now. Titans with a single point lead here, 6 points to 5. Techno having to work really, really hard in some of these games today. Six points apiece now. 7-6, 8-6. Techno just edging ahead now. Can Titans pull themselves back into this? 2 points needed. They're doing a great job so far. They're certainly capable of getting these 2 points in the last few seconds. Are Techno going to keep those shields and evasion on point? 1 point. 9 all, 10-9, 10 all, 3 seconds. This is going to the wire. We are going to overtime. 10 players have 10 seconds to get their breath back, and then it is first knockout on any player takes the match. Double shield up from Titans, great move from them, really, really slows down the opportunity for Titans have done it, 11-10. Titans have taken the game in overtime, 11 points to 10 against Techno. It's the first time they've faced Techno multiple times. It's the very first time they've managed it. Awesome play from Titans there, and real testament to the work that the whole team has been doing in their training and gameplay. So, amazing work there from Titans. So they've faced off against Techno multiple times. Previously with Techno always managing to take the game against them. And that's their first win there ever in competitive match against Techno. And a brilliant game to watch there, absolutely down to the wire. Just that 1 point difference in the end in overtime. So nothing really choose from those teams. Great work there from Titans, but so fantastic gameplay from Techno. Titans just managed to just get that point, that edge, and great, huge testament to the amount of training work that Titans have been doing during their club sessions here. So moving ourselves back to court, we have Devourers coming in on red and Triple Threat on blue, I believe.
Turn that screen.
So currently we have Agents of HADO in first position. Titans and Warpstar tied in second place. Triple Threat, Techno and Cosmic Storm all tied in third. And Devourers currently in seventh position, still looking for that first match win. That could be what we're about to see on court here. So, Devourers on red, Triple Threat on blue. Two teams just getting themselves prepped and ready. And just looking at the chat there, in answer to your question, Thomas, there is a variant of HADO called HADO Idol Wars that currently only exists in Japan. But we're hoping to have that over here in Europe very soon. And yes, at that point there are ultimate power-up abilities that the audience can choose to gift to the teams. Here we go, game on. Devourers on red, Triple Threat blue. Devourers looking for their first match win. One point apiece. Fairly similar tactics from both sides. Now, biggest problem we've seen previously from Devourers is getting a little bit getting sort of knocked on the back foot, getting a little bit static on their, especially when trying to raise their shields. So shields up, unfortunately it's the shielder using it at the front of Devourers. Really needs to get one of his assassins up into position. Need a little bit more communication from Devourers here. Triple Threat currently with a 3-point lead. 2-point lead. Great shot there from Devourers. Triple Threat though still pushing back now. Nice response to Devourers. Still 2 points in it though. A lot of work for Devourers to do to close that down. 20 seconds left. 3-point lead against Triple Threat. Devourers still with 2 shields in the bank. 10 seconds. 2 points needed for Devourers here to close this in. 5 seconds. 5-7. That was a much better performance from Devourers there. Much stronger from them. What we regularly see with these younger, less experienced teams is we actually see them jumping in ability game on game as they get put under pressure in these tournaments. And it's fantastic to see that growth in the teams literally happening in front of your eyes over the course of a tournament. But great play there from Triple Threat, well-deserved win for them, but really good to see that constant improvement and growth from Devourers. As ever, it's only a matter of time before we start seeing them take their match wins and really starting to put pressure on the more experienced teams. The growth curve in all the younger teams is fantastic to watch. So, great play there from Triple Threat, but really, got to recognise the improvement in performance there from Devourers, even from their earlier games in this tournament. So really good to see there. So we have Cosmic Storm on red and Warpstar on blue, I think. Cosmic Storm red, Warpstar blue? Yep. Still moving up towards that big sort of Agents of HADO Techno match that we've been looking forward to, which will be happening very soon after this one. So 2 teams here, probably a slight edge to the blue side. Warpstar, they've been performing really well so far. They've done some great upsets, really pressured a lot of the other teams. I mean, they themselves are a they're a very competent, very experienced team. So it's not surprising to see those performances from them. They're just over a little bit further down the national ranking tables than some of the teams we're facing off against today. But that's just so often you get matches that go down to the wire and it goes one way or another, and it's not necessarily, the end point results aren't necessarily 100% representative of quite how close those games were and how little difference there is in the ability between the squads. So it gets us back onto court. So our blue side Warp Star are up and ready. Cosmic Storm on red. Look like they're all good to go as well.
Here
we go. Heavy shields on red. It's firepower from blue. First point on the board for Warp Star. Plenty of shields going up on the red side, just not able to capitalise on them yet. Seeing a lot of shield play starting to come through from the younger teams, but currently they're not really managing to get that teamwork that you need to make the shields work properly. In that, yes, your shielder's got to put them up, but your assassin needs to be the one stood behind them. Because by default, your defender, your shield player, doesn't have any firepower. So creating a firing position for someone with no firepower is never going to be an advantage. You have to create the position and then bring the firepower player up into position. So 3-point lead here for Warp Star. Cosmic Storm getting pushed back, not being totally dominated, but it's definitely with a lot of work to do. It looks like all of the Cosmic Storm shields are gone now. Moves this match, or the heavy shields anyway, sorry, puts the match very much back in the wheelhouse of Warp Star here with their move and shoot. Again, controlling game there from Warp Star. They are absolutely on fire today. They've been performing brilliantly in all their matches. So all kudos to Warp Star there. But a good performance from Cosmic Storm. Yeah. So shielding work starting to come through nicely, but they just need to try and get that synchronization between their team, so the shielders putting us up in position and then pulling back and allowing the shooters to come up together. Just got to improve their team communication there, and that could be becoming a much tighter scenario. And managed to flip that. I think they'll be able to flip that result. Maybe another tournament, a couple of tournaments, and they'll be there. They just need that little bit more communication in order to get those tactics to really hold together for them. So next up, Agents of HADO and Techno. So at the start, this is one of the what we're expecting to be one of the real sort of like tight matches of the tournament, one of our biggest ones, because those two teams came in as top seeds. Agents of HADO still managed to hold that top seed position. Techno taking a couple of losses, so they're lower down the table than expected, but if they want to have a chance of earning enough rank points out today to get into that top 8, they have to win this game. So this is an all or nothing game for Techno coming up now. They've got to take this if they want to really be in the position to get up into that top 8. Whereas for Agents of HADO, if they take this game, then they are absolutely in the top 8. So Agents of HADO got a good chance of being there anyway, just on points difference. If they lose this, and will definitely be up in the top 8 if they win it. Techno, if they don't win this, they have no chance of making the top 8. So obviously a lot on the line. There's definitely more in. Hi Josh. more to sort of win or lose there on behalf of the Techno players though. So a real big game for both teams. So it's Agents of HADO on red, Techno on blue. So final prep from the two teams, just get themselves logged and ready to go.
Red team ready, blue team ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. So firepower both sides. Bit of charge rate, no shield. So this is a straight move and shoot. Again, good use of those rank 1 shields. Just to break up that initial flow of attack. First point on the board for Techno. HADO striking back, 1 point apiece. Techno edging ahead by a point again now, 2 points to 1. Really nice work from both sides. Great evasion from both teams here. Two points apiece. Some nice, clean, precise communication, both sides as well, directing their respective teammates. 4 points to 2 here, HADO. 20 seconds remaining. Techno need 2 points here to close this gap down. 3 points now. That's a huge amount of pressure here on Techno. 2 points remaining. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 1 point in it now. Back to 2 points again. Agents of HADO take it 7 points to 5. That's going to put Agents of HADO almost certainly now up into the top 8 and up into the National League for the tournament next week, which I believe means they will unseat Fighting Mongooses out of the top 8, which I think is the first time they won't have been in the top 8 for pretty much ever. I think it's their first time being relegated down out of top 8. So a huge moment for Fighting Mongooses there. We're now in that relegation point, but we'll be able to confirm that at the end of the tournament once we total the points. But Agents of HADO almost certainly there are going to be moving up to that top 8 at the end of this on their performance so far this tournament. Techno looking at probably either a 3rd or 4th place now in today's tournament. So, really good performance there. We said on what we've seen so far, Agents of HADO definitely having the edge on today's performance. Obviously, any match or tournament is always about how you perform on the day. We can look at historical results and see how people have done, but how they're doing on the day in the tournament right now is obviously what matters. That's what earning you the points. But great work from there from both sides. Really, really nice play, both teams. But Agents of HADO just maintaining that edge against Techno there in that face-off. So next up, coming on to court, we have Cosmic Storm on red and Titans on blue. So Titans having just had a phenomenal last match on court, and Cosmic Storm, starting to work through here. Normally, you'd probably say not a huge amount of gap between these two teams, but Titans clearly on a roll today. So be very interesting to see how this one plays through. Titans have been putting a lot of training work in recently. Not because they haven't, but Titans have definitely, I'd say, had the edge recently on their amount of time on court and the training they've been doing together as a team. And that's showing in their match results so far today. And just went for the last of our players to get themselves logged into match and ready. Here we go. Another firepower game here. No heavy shields either side. Let's see how they go. Again, seeing quite regular use of these single point shields early on just to break up the initial attack patterns of the opposition. 1 point apiece though. 2-1 to Titans. So usually I put these two teams very evenly, but Titans definitely seem to be on a roll today. Nice shooting, some good evasion and positioning work both sides. Some good accurate coach calling going on from team subs on the sidelines. Titans starting to move ahead here now. Cosmic Storm really need to get some aggression going to try and get this game flow up and running. Three-point lead to Titans now. Cosmic Storm with a lot of work to do. Ten seconds. Cosmic Storm needs to bring out something fantastic here. Great double hit. Oh! Fantastic fight back from Cosmic Storm there. Really, really good play. So close. Two beautiful takedowns there. Just didn't manage to get the third that would have taken them to overtime. Titans take the game 6 points to 5. So great control from Titans all the way through, but a fantastic fight back there in the dying seconds from Cosmic Storm. Just that tiny little bit too little too late. But awesome play there, and great to see him fighting absolutely down to the wire. You know, one more clip on the third Titans player, and that could have been enough to take it to overtime. So great work from them. So next up on court we have triple threat on red versus Techno on blue. So again, it's going to be a really interesting game to see. Techno, historically, you definitely put above some of the teams that have been facing against today, but all the extra training work that their opponents have been putting in really playing coming to fruition today, playing through. So it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes. Said historically, I'd have definitely put Techno with the edge here, but on today's performances today, how they're playing through, really not sure which way this one's going to go. It'll be a good, hopefully a really good match to watch. So we've got teams to get themselves prepped and ready now. So this is triple threat on the red side, Techno on blue.
You know what I need? You know the Francis the train geezer that's got a camera on his face? That's what I need.
So currently on our tournament positions, we have Agents of HADO in first place. Warpstar and Titans tied in second place. Triple Threat in fourth. Cosmic Storm and Techno in fifth, and Devourers in seventh. So let's see where we go. Triple Threat red, Techno blue. So again, heavy firepower both sides. No defense players. Long range fire. First point on the board to Triple Threat there. One point apiece. On the halfway mark. Great evasion work both sides, making it so hard for their opponents to land shots, but really even gameplay. Triple Threat just edging with a single point there. Techno answering back now, pulling them back to level, 2 points apiece. Clips landing both sides. Techno just managing to take a marker there, 3 points to 2. Some good aggressive flurry shot play coming out of triple threat there. So you can see that clock ticking down, trying to even that scoreline back out again. But it's cost them a point. Techno staying really calm there. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Techno take it 5 points to 2. That was really, really good play. Good and even up to that halfway mark. Techno just taking ahead. Triple threat going all out, trying to close the gap, and Techno not being phased at all by it. Showing some really good nerves and match experience there, holding calm, picking the shots, and opening actually that scoreline up. Fundamentally, Triple Threat had no option but to become more aggressive there and push to try and close that scoreline down. But Techno reacting perfectly to that, not getting knocked back, not getting phased by it, and just holding position, picking their shots to push Triple Threat. In the process of trying to closing that gap and trying to put the pressure on, also made themselves more vulnerable, and Techno were able to take advantage of that. So great play there from Techno.
No, Stan. How'd it go?
So, awesome play there from both teams, but that sort of real Techno managed to stay really calm, focused, not getting pushed back at all by that increase in aggressive play there from Triple Threat. I managed to pick shots and earn the points off that. Really, really great performance from them. So a really nice, experienced level of play coming out from Techno there. So we are moving into our final phase now. We have 6 matches still to go, I believe. 6 matches still to go? Yep. So 6 matches still to go to take us through to the end of the HADO 9's. Unusually, we're actually ahead of schedule. It doesn't happen very often. I'm not quite sure what's gone right there, but we're not complaining. So next up, taking the pitch, we have the Warp Star on red and Devourers on blue. So Warp Star red, Devourers blue. Both teams just getting themselves logged and ready. So looks like we've got all of Warp Star on red ready to go. Just waiting for our final Devourers player to be logged and ready to join. Here we go, game on. Heavy shields from Devourers. Fair amount of charge rate though from Warp Star on red. See if Devourers can get those shields up. So we've seen plenty of shield tactics come from Devourers before. They tend to be a little bit phased. Their shielder needs to really sort of up his maneuverability. 2-point lead currently to Warp Star. Shields up from Devourers, and they're actually performing quite well there. Managed to get assassins behind the shield. Only a 2-point lead, a 3-point lead now for Warp Star. Devourers managed to put quite a lot of pressure on the more experienced team. 3-1 now. 4-1. Warp Star pulling back to that 3-point lead. Devourers have 3 shields left in the bank here. They can just throw those shields up and lock in behind them. 20 seconds remaining here. We've got 2 shields in the bank, 1 shield in the bank. Good, they're layering those shields up. this point in the game, it's their best tactic, just layer those defensive shields up. That's it, it's all the shields up. Now they've got to see just to kind of get anything from behind that defensive position. 6-2. Now, again, great win there for Warpstar on the red, but Devourer's better performance again. Their shield was much more mobile. He got all 5 of his shields out. So, said, we're not necessarily expecting Devourers to win that game, but a really good evolution forward to them again. Good step up in ability, and just watching this real-time evolution of these teams coming in and watching them improve game on game. So really good performance from Devourers there, from where they started off today's tournaments to where they are now. But a well-deserved win for Warpstar, shifting them up again in the rankings. So performing really well there today. Warpstar absolutely on fire. So moving into our final set of games now. We have 5 matches left to go. Not long now until we start hitting the point where teams are hitting their final matches of the day. So coming up now, we have Titans coming in on red, and Titans red and Agents of HADO on blue. So Titans red, Agents of HADO on blue. So I see Agents of HADO currently leading today's tournament, but Titans very much on their heels and having had some really good upset matches come through. So can Titans do it again? Can they cause yet another upset here against Agents of HADO? Obviously, teams like Techno would very much like them to, because that will help shift the overall results table back in their favour. In fact, Warpstar and Agents HADO are both now tied in first place. So all these matches going forward, these really matter. This whole results table is very tight. And these final set of matches, each one of these could cause that whole table positioning to shift. Here we go, game on. Okay, moving shoot both sides. First point straight on the board there for Agents of HADO. Titans fighting back, 2-1, 2-all. Are Titans going to be really going for that giant killer title today? Agents of HADO just edging by a couple of points. Easily within striking range still for Titans. Agents HADO with a 3-point lead here. I'm supposed to 4-point lead now is going up on the halfway mark. But they're all down to single marker. Or pretty much all down to single marker. So plenty of opportunity for Titans to be landing those finishing strikes. 6-4. Agents HADO still in the lead, but Titans start to put on quite a nice fight back here, really closing this down. 7-4. Titans need to get them a couple more points on the board here quickly. Agents had a 5-point lead now because we're close to the final 10 seconds. Almost certainly an Agents had a win now, but great work from Titans. Really putting pressure onto Agents. Great opening for both teams. Agents of HADO just piling that pressure on. Evasion work absolutely on point, and not allowing Titans to get back in that game once they started to open that scoreline gap up. But good performance for both sides. And said the evolution of Titans as a team has been from when they started about 18 months ago to where they are now. Really good, great gameplay from them. Next up, we have Cosmic Storm on red versus Triple Threat on blue. So Agents of HADO absolutely powering their way through today. Fantastic performances from them, match after match. But Titans also, where they have been historically as a team to where they are now. Amazing step forward and some great matches from them today. Unfortunately, that last one, first sort of like quarter or so, two teams were really losing the match. Then Agents of HADO managed to pile on that pressure and just absolutely hammering home that points lead and constantly expanding it outwards, really keeping Titans on the back foot, and just the Agents of HADO dodging really on point, just preventing Titans from being able to get themselves back into that game and really get any momentum going. So good play both sides, but a very well deserved win there for Agents of HADO, who are currently leading over today on the results table and in that first place position on the results pool. So moving up next, we have Cosmic Storm on red and Triple Threat, I believe, on blue. So yeah, and this is just a quick restart there. So Cosmic Storm on red, Triple Threat on blue, and this is Cosmic Storm's final match of the tournament. So Triple Threat have got one more to go after this, but then after this match, everyone coming through is that respective pair of teams' final matches as we work our way down and through. So teams now I think I'm just doing a hardware swap over. To make sure everyone's kit is fully charged for this final sequence. Pull ourselves back to courtside. So our top three currently are Agents of HADO, Warpstar and Titans. But obviously still plenty to play for because their teams are so close in these rankings as we move into the final sequence of games. So Cosmic Storm on red, Triple Threat on blue. This is Cosmic Storm's final match of the tournament. Triple Threat have got one more match to go, and then from here on out, every match as we go forward is the final game of the tournament for both the teams playing. Okay, 3-point shield on blue side. Ten seconds played. First point on the board there to Cosmic Storm. Triple Threat answering back, 1 point apiece. Back corner shields going from Triple Threat. Not a great use back there. Shields really want to be placed further forward so they can offer some protection to the rest of the team and take options out for the opposition. But Triple Threat winning currently on the straight move and shoot game here. 2-point lead now as we approach the halfway mark. 4 points to 2 in favour of blue. 4-3, great shot on the shielder. Shielder managed to get the shield up, was clipped, but the red team shot was already on the far side of the shield as the shield raised. Single point lead still in it. Pulled it back level. Great work from Cosmic Storm. 4 points apiece here against Triple Threat. 15 seconds remaining. Single point now for Triple Threat. Can Cosmic Storm score again? Yes, they can. 5 points apiece. 5 seconds. Good central shield there from Triple Threat. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to overtime. So close. So both teams with a player with a single life marker. So huge amount of threat for both sides. Shields up from both sides to try and keep some breathing space for their weakened players. Triple Threat take it. 6 points to 5. Blue player 6 there, winning it for their team. So 6 points to 5 there. great result there for, I mean, both teams. That was a fantastic match, absolutely down to the wire, and Triple Threat just taking it there in that overtime shot. Great work. So that is the tournament endpoint there for Cosmic Storm. So we go through. We've got 3 more matches to go, and each one is going to be the end of the tournament. So end of respective play for both teams as we go through in this. So really nice place. Some fantastic matches today. Some really unexpected results. Some great performances that have been showcasing just how much effort all of the respective teams and players have been putting into their training. But yeah, so great play said. That is Cosmic Storm. That's the end of the day for Cosmic Storm. All other teams have got 1 match left in hand, so we have three more game winners that are going to be logging into the results table. So still plenty of opportunity for those positions to shift around, because our table is really close between so many of the teams here. So it's still possible for various upsets as we go into it. So next up we have Techno coming in on red, Devourers on blue. Devourers still looking for their first match win. Techno, gonna be honest, probably unlikely to be the team they get that match win against. But having watched the way that Devourers improved through this tournament, they may have got a game win, but how they're performing in the latter half of the tournament as in comparison to the start of the tournament, just watching that improvement through has been fantastic. And today may not be their tournament, but I don't think it's going to be far off before we start seeing them clock in match wins and start to move up that results table as they continue to gain that match experience. Techno came today as one of the top seeds, but met some really stiff resistance from the other teams today, and are currently looking at probably a mid-table finish. Obviously, ideally they want to try and get into a bonus point position, but third is the only one that they've potentially got a shot at, and we won't know exactly whether they're going to do that or not until the remaining 3 matches, which includes this one, have been played through. So let's get ourselves to courtside. So teams are logged and pretty much ready. Techno on red, Devourers on blue. Here we go. So said, this is final matches for both Techno and Devourers. Techno can take this, it'll move them up into 3rd place on the table, and then it'll be down to a point score difference, because that'll be a joint 3rd place. And obviously the remaining 2 matches results to see where they finally end up. 1 point apiece. Techno edging ahead by another point. So much better movement from Devourers than we see in early games. Techno definitely with the edge here, a lot calmer and more controlling on the game field. Devourers really need to get those shields up. Starting to layer up those shields in the centre, and that's working. It's starting to put a lot of pressure on Techno here. Just a single point lead for Techno at the moment. 30 seconds remaining. Devourers shields down. Techno immediately scoring a point as the shields came down. Techno getting a good angle there, trying to shoot behind the Devourer shield position. Nice groundwork on the front edge there from the Techno player. Dropping under those shots after getting those nice angled shots in behind the shields. 10 seconds remaining now. 7-5. So clean win there for Techno, but great performance from Devourers, especially that final sort of 10 seconds, 3 points slamming in quick succession there, really closing down that gap. and against an much more experienced team like Techno, Devara should be very, very happy with that result. So 75, great performance there from Devara's, but a good, well-deserved win to Techno. Okay, we have 2 matches left to go. Warpstar Titans taking the field. So these are our 2 giant killers from today. Both these teams have managed to pull real upsets out the bag against the opposing squads. So this should be a really, really good match to see. So both teams have been performing excellently today. Both clearly really on form. And they are, I believe, fighting between these two teams are fighting out for the 2nd place position currently. So definitely a lot to play for in this match, and hopefully we're going to see some really, really nice gameplay from them both. So yeah, wait for them to get to kick back to courtside. So we have Warpstar coming in on red and Titans on blue. So both these teams performing really, really well today. Some great giant killer moments for both of them. So I suppose I was back to courtside. So currently, Warpstar on red are in 2nd place, and Titans on blue are in 3rd place. However, so if Warpstar can take this, it will secure their position in 2nd place. If Titans can take it, it'll bring them up into contention with Warpstar for that 2nd place, and we go into a point score difference to separate the 2 teams. So this is the straight out fight for 2nd place. And no matches for either team after this point. So it's a proper winner takes all situation. Okay, so all of our players are logged and ready now. Here we go. Lots of good move and shoot. First point on the board there for Titans. Good response there from Warpstar. Titans fighting back straight away though. 2-1 to Titans. 3-1. Warpstar under a huge amount of pressure here. 2-3. Warpstar starting that fight back. Can Titans maintain their momentum though? 4-3. Straight point scores both ways. 4-all. The halfway mark. This is absolutely anybody's game. 5-4. Warpstar just managed to flip that score around 6-4. Couple of point lead now. Easily within striking range though for Titans to pull this back. 20 seconds on the clock here. Titans getting aggressive on the front line there, unfortunately getting clipped for it. 10 seconds. They need 3 points. 2 points now. 5 seconds. That score from Warpstar, that's going to be it. That's out of range for Titans. 9-5 to finish. Great performance, both teams there. That so easily could have gone either way. Up to halfway mark, absolutely neck and neck. And then Warpstar just managing to pick the pace up, pick the speed up, get that pressure onto Titans in the second half there. Great performance on both sides, but a very well deserved win to Warpstar. But we've seen some amazing play from Titans this tournament, and they've put out some really good results. We are now moving into our final match of the tournament. This is triple threat on red, Agents of HADO on blue. So last game. And then also we take you through all the match results and what those mean to the ranking positions, who's moving where, and what that means for the new look for the Premiership squads for the league next week. So lots of change off the back of today's results. I said some unexpected results as well in there, and some great giant killer moments. And fantastic to watch the progression of these younger teams, and just how much they're on the heels of the top 8, and starting to really close down that distance on them. Means that as we go forward, a lot of our the teams are playing today. A few of the players, but most certainly not the majority in any way, meet the age requirement for international play, which is 14. And what it means is that as we go into next year, where we have the World Cup and then the next European Championships in 2026, the number of players that we have available in the UK who meet the international play requirements for age is going to jump astronomically, and therefore the number of players that we get to choose from for those teams is going to increase. And as we're seeing today, the level of skill that they've got and the rate at which that level of skill is improving is going to mean by the time we get there, we're going to have an amazing set of players to build the national squads from. So, although we didn't quite get the result we wanted at the European Championships, losing in the final to Turkey, I think that's a blip. We'll be back on top very, very soon, especially with this amazing quantity of talent coming through from younger players, as we see in these matches today. So let's get ourselves to courtside. So this is triple threat on the red side, Agents of HADO on blue. Agents of HADO currently the tournament leaders. Nice early shield positions there from triple threat. They're going for a heavy shield tactic. First point on the board there for triple threat. Agents of HADO looking for their first score still. Agents of HADO desperately hunting the triple threat shielder. Managed to land that strike just as he came up. 2 points apiece there at the halfway mark. Really even play. Not a great positioning on that front shield though. Agents of HADO pushing triple threat back now. Single point lead. Triple threat shield's coming up again. Agents of HADO another 2 point lead. 20 seconds remaining. One heavy duty shield left from triple threat. Agents of HADO a 3 point lead now. Hunting triple threat shielder again, try and keep those shields from coming up. Final triple threat shield. 3 seconds remaining, 4 points needed. This is a win for Agents of HADO. Great play from both sides there. Really nice work from triple threat on the shielding, but excellent tactics from Agents of HADO there, hunting the triple threat shielder. Every time her arm dropped to charge, really locking that crossfire in from all of them, and preventing her getting those shields up into place at the timings that they wanted them.
Thank you for doing this. I won't touch it or do anything. We'll do anything. I was going to do some maths.
So, on our final positionings there, our overall tournament winners today in first place are Agents of HADO. In second place is Warpstar. We have 3 teams tied in third place, which is Techno, Titans and Triple Threat, which means they go to point score. Triple Threat have scored 29 points, so they are the third highest point scorer out of those 3, which means they're going to be taking 5th place. Titans and Techno have both scored 40 points, which means we're going to have a look at points conceded to separate them, because they are tied both on matches won and points scored. So we're going to have to do a quick bit of maths on that to actually define our 3rd and 4th place there, because those 2 teams are absolutely tied. Our 6th place team is Cosmic Storm, and 7th place will be Devourers. So give us a few moments just to sort out the maths for Techno and Titans, so we can define our 3rd place.
I'll let you point set game.
Techno is 0. 7 points conceded.
30 bonus points. Sorry, I had to do it backwards.
25, 27. So I think Techno is 34. And Titans is 6.
You can, but you choose not to.
12, 23,
Literally excuse. I always Google when I go in
22,
One game was like
34.
I still do sorry.
It's not my job. It's not my job. I'm you.
Right, Ash, you give me a double check on that. I think it's Techno have conceded less points than Titans, but I want you to do a double check. So just double.
Do you do this with every game?
Sorry.
Every game.
Yes, so it's the total number of points conceded. So the team conceded the least points. So they both scored the same amount of points. Techno and Titans. Techno and Titans have won the same amount of games and scored the same amount of points. So the next deciding factor is points conceded. So literally nothing to choose between these 2 points. We're just going through, we've done an initial count, but we're just double checking and verifying it because quite clearly we don't want to get this wrong through a mathematical error with how close these 2 teams are. Because not only does it affect your obviously position in the tournament today, but the third position is a bonus point position. So the results of this this quick flurry of mathematics will control which of the 2 teams picks up today's third place bonus points. So yeah, a little bit of mathematical flurry to finish us off. But some really great games. Hope you've really enjoyed watching them. Some fantastic gameplay throughout. You said the point score from today is going to place HADO up into the top 8. We've just got to do the maths to see whether it puts them into 7th or 8th position. But that does mean that the current 8th ranked team, Fighting Mongooses, have been relegated down to rank 9. So will not be part of the league next weekend. And Mongoose is one of the longest standing team in the UK and I believe potentially in Europe that's still playing the sport. It'll be their first time ever where they've not been up in one of the Premiership leagues. So a real big sort of moment and shift in teams and positions. Looks like maths might be coming towards its end. Yep. So it looks like Techno, so both teams won 3 matches, both teams scored 40 points. Techno, just going to mathematics, it looks like they conceded 32 points. So this is purely down to, did Titans concede more or less than 32 points? If they conceded less, they get 3rd place. If they conceded more, they're 4th place. Yep. So looks like this is going to be.
No, I think you're more of a little bit.
Just triple checking now, so we don't want to make a mistake. But this does look like that Techno have conceded 32 points, and Titans may have conceded more than 32 points. Yep. So Techno have conceded the least points. So therefore, on the second round of tiebreak position, there, Techno will take 3rd place and 3rd place bonus points, and therefore Titans will take 4th place today. So thank you very much for watching us, guys. We will be updating the point scores online on the UK HADO website, and please don't remember to join us next week. Next Sunday for the National League, where we'll have both pools 1 and 2. Pool 1 will be teams 1, 3, 5 and 7 competing against each other, and Pool 2 will be teams 2, 4, 6 and 8 facing off against each other in those 7-game league matches. So loads and loads of gameplay coming out next Sunday. We hope to see you then. Until then, stay well. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, share the feed, recommend it to other people, and we'll see you soon.